Hi, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna start with Sonia. Growing up, when the chancleta came out, we knew we were in trouble. We had gone too far. I know that Rosa has no problem doing that in the show as well. So I'm just wondering, did you grow up with that in your family as well?
Yes, of course. I think, a lot of us Latinas have grew up with that mode of kind of threatening, controlling, steering, I would say politely, with the chancleta. And it was very familiar to me. I also remember that when baby girls were born, people would say, "Did you have a boy or a girl?" And they would say, "No, I just had a chancleta," when they meant a little girl.
Interesting.
So that was another way that I remember that phrase being used.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Thank you for sharing.
Sure.
So I'm wondering if are there any aspects, and this question's for both of you, of your character that you guys can relate to?
There are so many aspects of my character that I relate to that it's like I don't know where to start. So I was raised by a single mom, and that obviously is the same as Maria, my character. I grew up in a house with multi generations as well. You know, we lived with my grandmother, and my auntie, and just down the street was, my other aunt and uncle and all my cousins. So we, I think I very much uh, connect with that aspect. And then just having these huge family gatherings with tons of food and lots of laughter. I grew up also with a huge extended family, which is exactly like, all of the people that live in the apartment building. That's the multicultural extended family that I grew up with, that is in the Casagrandes as well. Yeah, I think. Oh, I mean, I even had a parrot growing up. Literally, like, there's so many things.
Well, I guess now that you say that, Sumali, I think that the extended family is something that I relate to. We had, we lived on blocks in the Bronx, right close to each other, but there was no social life other than the family. Like on Friday nights, your cousins came over, or you went over to the cousin's house, and that was how. So it was play and work at the same time. We were always together. And that's probably something that kids aren't doing too much these days that live in extended families. So I think that's a lovely thing that the Casa Grandes are upholding. And of course, there's the focus on food is is major, and I think that that's a nice quality, that's a nice trait to in time, even in times of trouble, you want to eat because it calms you down. And I'm going to make this really way out connection with the Godfather movies. When they were like getting ready to do something atrocious, they'd make a big vat of spaghetti sauce so that they could, deal with what they had to deal with. So food is important to our culture, and I think the show really illustrates that.
Well, thank you for sharing that because that might explain why I love food so much. You're connecting it all for me, so thank you.